So the question was, what are the red flags to look for when hiring an Agile consultant? I think the biggest red flags for me are not engaging in the community, not being part of some group or community or effort where they're sharing their ideas with others, they're having ideas of others shared with them, and working in that kind of melting pot. There's nothing better than being part of an Agile community, which I'm part of a few, and saying something and you immediately get piled on for saying something so ridiculous that it's not really, people aren't deliberately piling on you, right? Because they're Agile. It's just, you send them a message and all of them are writing a response at the same time because you've poked at something that maybe wasn't the best thing to poke at, and that gives you, I don't know what the right word is. Is it humility for you're not always going to say the right thing. You're not always going to be able to do the right thing. You're going to say stupid stuff, and you have to be able to take being called on saying stupid stuff. And sometimes it's okay to say stupid stuff, because if you don't say what you're thinking, if you don't feel safe enough to say what you're thinking, how would you possibly be able to learn that there might be a different way of thinking? And I think that's one of the key things, because there's so many consultants are not part of any Agile community. They just have that echo chamber of their organization or their consultancy, and there's not anything more information coming in from outside that. Having discourse, right? Being able to articulate the core concepts in Agile. So I'm thinking empiricism. I'm thinking lean. You need to be able to articulate them in a way that they are able to be understood by the other person within the context of that other person, rather than just regurgitating something from the Scrum Guide, say, that says, well, XYZ, right? You need to be able to say, well, the Scrum Guide says this because it's trying to achieve this idea. If you can achieve this idea in a different way inside of your organization, then maybe that's okay. Being able to articulate those things, I think that's key. So that's just a fundamental lack of knowledge, right? That's really. I think it's actually true in all consultancies, but I'm going to be very specific here, because otherwise I'm going to piss off everybody, right? But there's a difference between a boutique consultancy which specializes in a particular topic, hires people who are experts, known experts in that particular topic, and encourages them to become better experts in that particular topic, and a butts in seats contracting consultancy who are really only interested in how much money they can make out of the customer. So they get into this vicious cycle, right? This is the thing to watch out for in consultancies, is you get into this vicious cycle of in order to stay afloat, we need to win more business, right? We're the consultancy, we need to win more business because we've got people that are in the company that need the work. And then you have experts and you have all of these high ideals with the customer, so lots of customers buy your stuff, and suddenly you don't have enough people on the bench to service the gigs that are coming in, right? The gigs in your pipeline. So then you have to go find people who can do those gigs, but we can't wait for those people. We need them now. So we're taking the people that are available, not the people that are right for that gig. They're not bringing in people because of their knowledge and skills. They're bringing in people because of their availability. And then you get into that vicious cycle of then now we've got more people, and they roll off a gig onto the bench, and we need to sell more to get more stuff, rather than, I mean, it's even more, it's even worse for an agile consultancy not to do this, but having a lean outlook, right? You don't take on more work than you can handle. You limit your work in process so that you're playing the long game, not the short game of revenue extraction, but the long game of value creation and building relationships with your customers, and not pissing them off, and then we have to get new customers. So for me, those are the two big pieces: is the actual individuals and the knowledge and capability that they have to understand Agile, articulate it, explain it, and work with it, and work with other people in the Agile space, and that bigger consultancy model of the I call it the death spiral, right? Because there's no way out of that. If all you're focused on is I need butts in revenue extraction mode, then you're not gonna serve your customers, right? For me, that's the two big things.